Online reputation management, SEO. This is one of my favorite topics because online reputation management, especially active reputation repair, revolves completely, if not entirely, around search engine optimization. How are we going to get our positive content to rank above our negative content and begin to push it down? Well, I'm going to tell you all the factors that go into this. There are many, and sometimes I've narrowed it down in previous videos to domain authority. You know, if one site has a higher domain authority, it's likely going to rank, but I want to get into the nitty-gritty. I want to get into the details because that's not the only factor, and sometimes you can have a site with a very low domain authority that's ranking higher. So I want to go into all the different search factors. The first one, which country is the negative content posted in and where are you searching from? So if you are from the UK and you have a negative link on a .uk link or a .gov link in the UK, or even your article is written in British English opposed to American English, Google is going to pull in all of these different search factors and rank your article pretty high. So what you want to look for is, okay, if I want to suppress this content, I'm going to look for one SEO factor, a site in the UK, a site that is Google News syndicated. Then I'm going to write a 500 to 1,000 word positive article about myself or have someone else write that content. And once they write that content, I'm going to post it on this British site, you know, another British site, for example. And you want to make sure that this content is both long form, but also written in British English. Because if you write that article in perhaps Canadian English, or which is very similar to British English, or let's say American English, which is different, the Google algorithm, and not even the algorithm, the web crawlers can tell that you're writing in the wrong style of English, and it actually won't rank your article as high. So that's one of the really minor things that we look at when we're working on these campaigns. Another thing is the length of the content. Google loves long form content. So if you're only posting content of 300, 500 words and it's not ranking above the negative content, try longer form articles. Try articles of 1,000. 1,500, even 2,000 or 3,000 words. And it can sound daunting, but when you're looking at bigger cases, it's really necessary. Now, the next thing is incorporating multimedia into your campaigns and into your articles. The more images, the more videos that you strategically embed and add to the page, the more, you know, user time that you're going to sustain on that site, on that post, is going to help, again, your content rank. So I recommend incorporating multimedia strategically and even looking into image optimization. So some SEO tips include using images and image optimization. What I recommend you do is use images with your face or any other content that you want to post, and make sure when you're uploading that content that the title of the image, if it's a JPEG file, is your first name dash last name, or your business name.jpg. That's one ranking factor that's going to help. Another thing is strategically using the image near the words that it's associated with. So if your name is here and you have an image of your face, put them close together. The Google web crawler can actually tell the proximity of letters and images, and so this is also going to help you rank in search. And especially if you have a negative piece of content and search engines like a mugshot or an embarrassing photo that you want to push down, that's very important. Another thing is using different images. So if we're going deeper into image optimization, the Google search engine for images has facial recognition AI, and beyond that it can tell if you're using the same image. So you can't rank 100 of the same image of your face. You need different ones in different settings, and actually if they're in vastly different settings, helps even more. If you had 27 photos of yourself beside a tree, don't use them. Don't use the same photo shoot. Use one or two beside a tree, one or two in your apartment, one in your workspace. Use all these photos. The Google algorithm is going to say, they're on different websites, they're different settings, pull them into the first page of search. And that's how you manipulate the algorithm, by understanding the AI and the certain factors that it's going to pull in, depending on your environment in that image. So those are just a few tips in terms of make sure you're writing in the correct style of English or whatever language you're writing in. Make sure that you are image optimizing if it's necessary. Make sure you're including multimedia content. And then what I also want to mention is domain authority isn't everything. Oftentimes it's the domain extension. So Canada, you need a .ca site if you want to rank really well. Oftentimes .com will pull out ahead, but even more the search engine is pulling on those .ca websites, so try to find high domain authority .ca websites. The US.com, Australia.com.au, the UK, obviously .co.uk. So you want to be using those domain extensions to rank in your country. And then you want to be using a tool like VPN Search Mentor. If you just go to the search bar of Google, don't even need to download a tool, just type in VPN Search Mentor and put a dash or just keep writing and then search by location. VPN Search Mentor, search by location. Open up the tool and you'll be able to search different search engine result pages for every country. And this is especially important if you have international stakeholders or you have a front-facing role, public-facing role, where you're speaking with people in other countries, or people are searching you. Maybe you have relatives abroad. So these are some things that are also important to understand, how those articles are ranking in other countries, what are the problem countries, where should I tackle first, and this is how you build a comprehensive strategy for SEO. And then another thing is backlinking. If you don't know backlinking already, linking articles to each other in order to create a link structure, and doing this in the way that is white hat SEO, so a way that you're not pulling in, you're not making it suspicious. Like, you're not really supposed to be buying sites and linking them together or buying features. It's against Google's rules. But either way, if you are doing this, you want to make sure that it is not suspicious and it can't be caught, at least not easily. So once you're doing this, I recommend looking into how to do backlinking safely. One thing you can do is really spread them out. So don't use a whole bunch of spam links. Don't just use a long form URL. Anchor your text, right? So don't just put www. your website and just throw it into an article. That's suspicious. What you want to do is anchor the text. So you would put a hyperlink in another article. So Nadernejad is helping people on his finance website. Take finance website, hyperlink that with your URL, right? Don't just throw the naked URL into the site. So these are some things that are really going to help you in terms of SEO for online reputation management. Of course, there's so much we can go over. And I really recommend, if you need help with your online reputation, even if you want SEO tips or specific advice, book a call. 30-minute calls are available on my calendar on the website. I'm always happy to help, and I love talking about this. So anytime you want to reach out, I'd be happy to chat. Thanks for watching, and take care.